Hey guys, Raina here. You're at Secrets to Improve Your Voice. I will be your instructor today. We're going to go around and we're going to do some introductions. Because this is called Secrets to Improve Your Voice, I really want to know what's important to you. So Bryce, Natasha, Vicky, welcome to class. And this is a really special class today because we are actually streaming this class live via the Take Lessons Facebook account. So hello to everybody who may be joining us on Facebook. Thanks for joining in. Hi, Ruby. Welcome to class. Bryce, you are a premium member, so I can feature you. So when I ask this question, you know the drill. You've been to plenty of my classes. You know that everyone can see you. But I just want to give you a heads up that not only will everyone in class be able to see you, but everyone in the Facebook community will be able to see you. So just kind of, get that smile a little extra big today, okay? And then for Natasha, Ruby, and Vicky, when I ask your introduction question, please be sure to write your question or the answer to your question in the comments below. And then our Take Lessons liaison who's taking care of questions via the Facebook platform, you guys feel free to type those questions in as well, and those will get to me as well. So, secrets to improve your voice. What I want you to do is tell me your name, and then you're going to tell me one thing about your voice that you want to work on. One thing about your voice that you want to work on. So Natasha, Ruby, Vicky, definitely type those comments into the chat box for me. And for Natasha and Vicky, congratulations on your very first class. Bryce, while they're typing in, I'm going to come to you, okay? And introduce yourself and tell me what you want to know about your voice.
Hello, my name is Bryce, and hello, I'm on the freaking.
Hey, keep it friendly.
She's trying to tell me something. I'm not trying to talk. Okay.
What do you want to do to improve your voice? Hi, Nerman.
Everything. There's so much to improve.
You and Sherilyn, always with the everything. Okay, I like that. I can take that. Welcome to class today. It's good to see you. Nerman, you missed the introduction. So I want to give you a heads up because you were in my class yesterday. So when I feature you right now, everyone in class will be able to see you, but also everyone on the Take Lessons platform, on the Take Lessons Facebook page will be able to see you. So make sure you smile, okay? Tell me one thing. I'm going to come to you right now. Tell me one thing about your voice that you want to work on.
I probably want to be able to hit the more higher notes more, be able to it out more, and also use mixed voice.
Awesome. I like those. Welcome to class.
Thanks.
All right, let's see. So Natasha wants to work on range. And by presence, Natasha, do you mean stage presence or like vocal clarity of your voice? I'm going to wait for you to respond. And Ruby wants to work on range and sound. So Ruby, you mean like your overall sound, right? Like just a warmer, fuller sound? I'm going to let you respond. Would like to improve on bridging between non-existent head voice and chest voice. Oh, so you want to work on the mixed voice like Nerman. Nice. Okay, got it. So for Natasha, she wants to work on stage presence and vocal presence. So let me introduce myself. For those of you that this is your first time class, my name is Raina. I have been studying the voice for more than 20 years. I've been teaching professionally since 2003. I say professionally because before that I was giving like my friends like little tips and stuff, but like, I don't know if that counted, right? So professionally since 2003. And you are at Secrets to Improve Your Voice. So what we're going to talk about is just some quick and easy tips that you can use to improve your voice right away. And then we're going to talk about just overall confidence, right? Because there's a big part of improving your voice that has to come from inside because you're mind controlled. We're not like a guitar. We're not like a piano where you like pluck a string or you hit a note and you get a sound. You have to hear it, whether you're audiating it or whether you're hearing the note from an external instrument. And then you have to think that, you have to prepare that, and then you have to like have that come out of your body, which is like magic, by the way. If you guys do not already know that, singing is magic, right? We're taking breath and turning it into sound, which is incredible. And Natasha wants to talk about the breathing technique. All right, I love this. So we're going to talk about the things that you guys want to talk about today. This class is different than a lot of the other Take Lessons classes that I teach because sometimes there are very specific topics, right? Like if you show up to how to hit the high notes like a pro, I'm not going to be like, so what do you want to learn about today, right? We're going to talk about, here's how you hit the high notes. If you come to the vowels class, I'm not going to be like, so Nerman, what's one thing that you really care about with your voice? I'm going to be like, so Nerman, what do you know about the vowels, right? Hi, Shawana. Hi, Helen. Welcome to class. We are just getting into it, so you guys have not missed much. If there's anything in particular that you're like, this one thing would help me improve my voice, put it in the chat box below and we'll try to get to that. If you're just here for the ride, then you're here for the ride. At any given time, you guys are more than welcome to put questions and things like that into the chat box, get to know each other. You know, we're interactive, right? This is not like a pre-recorded class. I'm here with you guys. So let's have some fun. Why do I also ask my introduction question? Well, A, it's a way for me to get to know you because some of you guys are new. Some of you guys I've seen plenty of times, but also, doesn't it feel good when somebody gives the same answer as you and you're just like, yes, I'm not in this by myself. I am not on this journey like in solitude. And I think that that feels really good. And it's little confidence boosters right away, like right off the bat, right? So let's just jump into it. I'm gonna go with Bryce's first, which is everything. So Bryce, be prepared as I answer everybody else's questions, okay? Nerman, let's talk about high notes, but let's also use Natasha's question about breathing techniques to kind of work those in together. Because when we talk about range, when we talk about mixed voice, and if you guys see me looking this way, I took notes on what you guys were telling me because I don't want to forget anything. So when you see me when we're talking about mixed voice or when we're talking about just overall clarity, even confidence, it literally all starts with the breath. So there is a breath class, and some of you guys took that with me the other day, and it was like 45 minutes of get your notebooks because here we go, right? And it's a really long class all about breathing. So I'm not going to go totally into depth with it because I want to be able to get to some of the other topics, but I do want to talk about it because you're never going to have success in any other part of singing if you don't get this breathing technique down. So here it is in like a 5-minute blurb. Yes. Natasha's been working on an album. You're going to get your drive back, Natasha. Thank you for sharing that with us. She had an album. For those of you that can't see the chat, she gave up on it. She lost the drive. Time to get that drive back. That's why she's here today, right, guys? All right. So breathing. If I ask the normal person who's never taken one of my classes before, who's never been on the Take Lessons platform to take a deep breath, it's going to look like this. Right? And like some of you guys are like, oh yeah, that's totally how I breathe. Why are you calling me out? I feel so attacked. That's totally fine to breathe like that in regular everyday life. But if you are trying to create a center, right? So if you have panic attacks, if you have high anxiety, sometimes we call that stage fright, right? If you can't control your breath on stage, if you want to be a good singer, that type of breath is not going to give you any type of control. Why? Because if I breathe into my chest, then the air is here. It's inside of this like wooden block, right? And I can't control that. It doesn't matter how much I do the chicken dance and like squish my shoulders and reach my neck to try to pull that air out. Like I have no control over that breath, right? So what we like to do is belly breathing. Do you physically breathe from your belly? No. We all know that the air goes into the lungs, right? But I can't see my lungs. Can you guys see your lungs? I can't see my diaphragm. Can you see your diaphragm, right? So I don't want to say, hey, Helen, I need you to breathe from your diaphragm, because she's going to be like, sweet, let me just find where that thing is right now, and then I'll do that, right? But if I say, hey, let's see, who else can I pick on? Who else is maybe not paying attention? Ruby, I can't see your face, but hello. If I go, hey, Ruby, I want you to breathe from your belly, she can go, sweet, I know right where my belly is. I can totally see if I'm doing right or wrong, okay? So just know that you don't technically get air into your belly, but it's way easier than me saying like, hey, what I want you to do is involuntarily allow your diaphragm to like pull all the way down so that your lungs can fully expand. You're going to be like, great, she's talking her mumbo jumbo and I have no idea what she's talking about, right? So belly breathing, it looks like this. You put one hand on your belly, one hand on your back, right? And the hand that's on your back, you want to make sure that like the palm is facing out so that you're not like tempted to do this kind of a thing. Because all throughout this breathing, we want to make sure that our chest and shoulders are down and relaxed, okay? From there, the first thing that you want to do, and I have my thumb on my belly button, okay? You never want your hand higher than that because you have bone. And once you start moving bone, it all moves together. And we don't want to move our bones, right? So thumb is on my belly button, and I'm going to start by exhaling. Why? I have full control when I exhale. When I inhale, I'm not in control of that, okay? So you want to always start by being in control of your instrument by exhaling. When I exhale, it feels like there's a little zipper. Like imagine my zipper was down, and every time that I exhale, I zip it up. So the abs pull together. Yes? They're like, shoop. And you have these abs here. You have these abs here that make up your six pack. And then you have those truck bed abs down here, the ones that like fold up and down. You want to be really focusing on pulling those abs up. Focus less on these and try to focus more down low. So then when you inhale, all you do is unzip. And the belly gets nice and round, right? And then you exhale, and the belly pulls in, and then you inhale, and the belly flops over, right? If you are the type of person who doesn't like looking chubby or doesn't like looking fat, or maybe you're the type of person that always likes to be in control, and you don't realize that you've been holding your stomach in all day until you get home and you take your jeans off, and you're like, ugh. You're going to have to get over that real quick, okay? Like real quick. Why? Because there's no way for you to get a full breath if your abs are completely sealed up, because now the lungs can't fill up with air. They can't take that big descent down into the bottom part of where your belly is, right? So every time you inhale, think about letting your abs just flop over. Yes? That's going to be really awkward for some of you, but that's okay. The thing about breathing is that it takes a really long time to talk about how to do it, but it only takes a couple of weeks to really master it, okay? And it's really important. So you're going to be breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose for 4, out through your mouth for 8, okay? What I want you to take note of, though, is that when you're doing this, you're only going to be able to breathe in through your nose during practice, okay? Don't try to sing a song and be like, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, right? Because you're gonna run out of time. The reason that we do it in practice is because it allows us to like funnel that air and really like track its movement down into the lowest part of our belly. And B, you have all these like little nose hairs in there, so it allows us to like filter the air, right? You get this nice warm air as opposed to like just cold air rushing down your throat. Right? So those are the two things that I kind of want you to take note of while you're doing this. We always start by blowing our air out of our mouth first, just getting rid of any like junk air that could be in there, inhaling through the nose to take a nice big breath, and then we go from there. So if you are in a position to stand up right now, go ahead and stand up and you can try this. Why do I say stand up? Because if you're sitting, it doesn't count as perfect practice, okay? Yes, you can practice this breathing when you're in your car or when you're in class and your teacher's rambling on about pentameter of a poem, or when you're in the grocery store and someone's writing a check and you have all the time to like sit there and lean against the side of the whatever. However, that doesn't count as perfect practice. Hi, Jonathan, welcome to class. There are going to be times when you can get that extra practice, but you need to be doing perfect practice every day if you want this to stick. Because when you're thinking about the words, Shawana, I'm going to say that on your knees counts as, so I like to call it, hey, Sherilyn, I like to call this, Helen, that's totally awesome. I can give you the link to my profile before we leave, okay? So you have what we call perfect practice, and then you have the obsession, right? The perfect practice is like, I'm by myself, I'm only focusing on perfection, and that lasts anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes a day in the beginning, right? And then you have the, oh my God, I can't stop thinking about singing, I just want to sing all the time. That's all the obsession. So yes, you can practice this when you're on your knees or when you're about to go to bed at night, but it only really counts when you're in that perfect practice. Why? Because when you're on stage and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot the words, or whoa, I didn't know they were going to be there, or oh my gosh, I can't hear myself in the monitors, the sound guy sucks, or all of these other things. Oh, Shawana's on her phone right now, so she's wondering about it. Yes, you can practice however you need to while we're in class. You don't even have to stand up while we're in class. Take notes. Do all of that. When you leave class, I want you to know how to practice. So totally fine. When you're on stage and you're thinking about like, oh my gosh, right? You also don't want to be thinking about crap, I forgot how to breathe, right? You want the breath to be involuntary. When someone says, hey, Shelly, do you know how to belly breathe? You can be like, that's just how I breathe. What do you mean, belly breathing? No, that's just what I do, right? So it doesn't become this like extra thing. It's what you do. It's who you are. You know how ballerinas, they walk toe heel. They have like this special walk they do because of the way that they dance. We have a special way that we breathe, okay? So let's try it all together. You're going to stand up nice and tall and straight, and I'm actually going to stand back so you can see more of my instrument. You have one hand on your belly, one hand on your back. For those of you that are standing up right now, awesome. For those of you that are taking notes, awesome. Take good notes. We always start by exhaling, yes? And you notice I'm facing forward. I'm going to inhale. That's belly breathing. Let me see. I'm going to look at if a couple of you guys want to try it. I'm going to come around and pick on you. I'm not going to tell you who I'm looking at, though, because that's going to make you nervous. I'm just going to like call you out for what you're doing. Is that fun? Let's see. Ooh, Sherilyn, that's looking a lot better. I know that we just talked about your breath a little while ago. Nice work. Helen, get your hands off your sides. You can't relax with your hands on your sides like that, right? See, it's fun when you don't know I'm looking at you, right? When your hands are up like this, look at where your shoulders are. You're instantly in a tense position, right? If you have tension in your chest and your neck and your shoulders, you have tension in your instrument, right? So make sure your hands are totally relaxed when you're practicing. All right, that's my little blurb on breathing, okay? You can always go back and take the belly breathing class. Oh, you can't see me, Helen? You might have to refresh. You might have to leave class and come right back. If you guys are having any like where did Raina go issues, log off and log right back on. And then that'll be a way for you to be able to see me. Thank you for telling me that. All right, let's keep going, yes? And then when she gets back, I'm just gonna show her that really quickly. Once we talk about breathing, right? Once we talk about breathing, Helen, can you see me now? Oh, I think she left again. Okay, let's add on to that. So now you have this beautiful breath. And again, you guys can always go take like the actual breathing class. Is it different for plus size? No, absolutely not. Actually, I was overweight in college, Natasha, and my teacher would always tell me like, you better use that to your advantage. You have extra instrument to work with. And I was like offended back then. Like, dang, are you calling me fat, Jackie? Like, but then I realized she's absolutely right. If I have more belly, then I have more capacity to work with, right? And if you talk about air just vibrating through your instrument and I have a bigger instrument, I can technically have a bigger sound, right? So it is different in the fact that you have more to work with than someone who's like 80 pounds, like a little child or something. So yes, it is different in that capacity. Good question. Helen, can you see me now? No? Dang! I'm going to try to refresh class once just to see if that helps everybody. And then you guys are on your own with technical difficulties. Give me one quick second. You're going to see a bloop, bloop. Okay? All right. Can you guys all see me? Helen, you know what you're going to do, Helen? You're not going to worry about technical difficulties right now. You're going to take some good notes on all the audio stuff I'm saying, and you're just going to relax. Because what happens when we focus on the technical is it ruins class for you. Because you're going to be like, I can't see her. And it's going to be crazy. So sit back, grab your notes, and just take what you can, okay? And then you're going to come back and see me again, and it's going to be wonderful. All right, let's keep going, okay? So when you have the breath down, now you can add range. Now you're paused. Am I paused for anybody else? Can you guys all see me? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up all around. All right. You guys might have to log off and log back on. It might just be where you're at today. So we're going to keep going, guys. I apologize that you guys are having tech issues. For those of you that are, I know it's frustrating, but come back and see me. I'm frozen for Shawana too. Sherilyn, can you see me? Yeah, Sherilyn, Bryce, Nerman, Jonathan can see me. Okay. Yeah, you guys might have to log off and just come right back on. Yeah, I'll still be here, I promise. All right. Well, you were late, Jonathan. So I can't control your tardiness. All right. So once you are have this breath down, right, and you're feeling really good about it, you can add on other things, right? So let's talk about range a little bit. You know, when you're new to singing, or maybe you've been singing a long time, but you haven't been like actually focusing on technique. You've just been singing because it feels good to you. Awesome, Shawana. I'm glad you're back. And you go to hit a low note, and people do this. They go, I'm hitting these low notes. And that's not for Nerman, because Nerman has a very low, like rich voice, but maybe for like Bryce, who has like a high voice and she's like stupid low notes. And then you have someone like Nerman who has a high voice, or Jonathan, and they're like, high notes. And like you're reaching with your body and you're scooping with your body trying to hit these tones. Okay, you guys, the notes live inside of your body. Okay. So you like reaching up into space, that's not going to help you get the note. You try to like scoop down into your soul to like get this low note out. That's not going to help you. Okay. The notes actually expand sideways in your, like, so the vocal folds, like they stretch out. For high notes, like they're doing this, right? So if you're doing this, the poor vocal fold, it's like, I can't do my job. And that's why your voice cracks, right? And with low notes, you get these big, fat, like floppy vocal folds. And the second you do this, you're putting pressure on them, and now they can't move either. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you get a nice big breath of air, okay? And then what you want to do is stare straight ahead. You want to almost pretend like I like to say you're staring the bull in the eyes, and you're just staring straight in front of you. This works great if you have like a mirror or a wall in front of you, because then you can like envision the sound is leaving your body, hitting the wall or the mirror, and then slapping you back in the face. Yes? You don't ever want your sound to come out in like dribbles, right? Like it doesn't even reach the wall. Yay, Natasha's back. Hopefully you guys are all set up. I'm so excited. But you don't ever want your sound to come out in dribbles, right? You want it to be like this sound, right? Even for a quiet sound, like if it's a piano sound versus a forte sound, so a soft sound versus a loud sound, it's still going to be and not right. Does that make sense to you guys? So you always want to get that visual that it's leaving your body It's hitting the wall in front of you, and then it's coming back to hit you in the face, okay? We're going to use ha, ha, ha's for this. Ha, ha, ha. Why? 2 reasons. The first reason is that ha, if you're doing it right, you're saying it with your belly, right? We don't ever laugh at our friends like, if something's really funny, we're not using our shoulders, right? And when we sing, when we're doing it right, we're not using our shoulders. We're not like, yay, notes, right? So we're going to use our belly. So a ha is going to look like this. Ha, 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 right? Do you remember how I told you that you were going to be exhaling for 8? So now you're replacing that breath with sound. You're going to do 2 quick ha's, ha, ha. And then on that third ha, you get to focus on your jaw a little bit, right? So if you're the kind of person that's like, ha, 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 that's a dribble of a sound, right? That sound is like, it's not even reaching the laptop that I'm teaching on in front of me right now. So you have 6 more counts to like drop your jaw and get your mouth open. Everybody go dead fish on me. That's not dead fish. That's overextended fish, Sherilyn. She's like, ah! Yeah, just just drop it. Imagine yes. And now I look like so bored right now. You just look like you're so bored of me. That's what I want, okay? Yes, beautiful. Nerman, I can see the expression in your face. I can't see your whole face, but yes, that's it. I can tell. Yes. Yes, Bryce, open your mouth. You need to practice having an open mouth. Yes, there you go. Shelly, let me see your drop jaw. Yeah, it's a drop jaw. Don't you be shy of a drop jaw. Helen left. I think she's on listen mode. Jonathan, let me see your jaw. Totally. Yeah, you got the jaw down, Pat. Who else has their camera on that I can see? I think I got you guys. Natasha, Ruby, Shawana, if I could see you, I'd be picking on you guys too. But you want your jaw to just look dead, right? So if you're the kind of person that goes, ha, ha, ha. Did you hear the sound change when I dropped my jaw? It's like magic, right? I'll do it again. Ha, ha, ha. The note stayed the same, but it became like a better version of itself. So if you're working on high notes or you're working on low notes, this is a great way for you to tune every single note in your body. So that way, when it comes time for you to have that note in a song, your body knows exactly what to do with it, right? So we can try this. If you don't have a piano at home, you can download this app. It's called Perfect Piano. And then you have a piano like wherever you go. So if you have like a 10-minute work break and you can hide in a closet, you can do this exercise or any of the other exercises we're going to do. Shelly, thank you. I wasn't singing. That was just an exercise. All right. So we're going to use B3 because it's kind of like it's a medium note. It's like the middle for high voices and low voices, right? So it sounds like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to exhale. You're going to breathe in the note. Ha, ha, ha. Right? That's all you're going to do. If you're getting a lot of wobble, ha, ha, ha. Your job is to strengthen your belly and relax your jaw and your neck so that the sound can stabilize, right? We don't want to practice with too much vibrato. If you're not sure what vibrato is, it's that ah. We don't want to practice that. Why? Because vibrato is like, it's like dimples or it's like freckles or like a beauty mark. It's like, it's this beautiful imperfection that we love, but we don't have to practice it. It just come out when you're doing your emotion. If all you have is vibrato, you're going to turn into one of those little old ladies in like the church choir that's like, how beautiful. And we don't want you to be that person. We want you to have control over your voice. So work on a nice, strong, solid tone. Yes? And then you move on to the next note. Ha, ha, ha. Nerman, that looks beautiful. That looks really, really good. Nice work. And then you move on to the next note. Now I want you to pay attention, okay? My jaw's not doing this. Ha, ha, ha. Why? Because the second that I move my jaw, I have to introduce tension to do that, right? When I'm mouth breathing in my sleep, I'm not going, right? I'm literally like, and everything just hangs open. That's what we want for your singing, okay? You'll get into vowels when you take the vowels class, but for now it's all open, okay? Let's do another one. Ha, ha, ha. And then you stop, yeah? And if you notice inside, there's a lot of work going on, right? Look inside. Ha, ha, ha. You see all that work in there, right? So the work is happening internally. But in order for you to get there, you have to relax the stuff on the outside. Yeah, makes sense to everybody? And then you get to a note that's too high, right? So let's just say C5 is too high for you. And you go, ha, 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 and you start straining, right? And your neck starts getting tight. You have options. You can go back and you can do it slower. Ha, let me do the note. Ha, ha, ha. And you can ease your way into the note. Yes. Another thing that you can do are lip trills, right? So once the note gets out of a comfortable range, avoid adding in human error by wanting to reach or like it's like your crutches, right? We have these crutches where we scrunch our face or we lift to hit the note. Do a lip trill. Everybody try that. But I want you to add something onto your lip trill now, okay? And I'm moving on to see more of you guys. Got to keep you guys on your toes. When you hear these high notes, and any note for that fashion, right? Because some of you guys are talking about like low notes and high notes and working on your whole range. I need you to be excited about your notes, okay? So don't ever hear the note and be like, right? Because it's a vibration. Sound is a vibration. So awesome. Let's talk about lip trills right now, Shawana. That's exactly where we are. So it's a vibration, right? So the second you do this, you've stopped the vibration from entering your body. So now you can't repeat that sound, right? So I need you to what I like to call is smell the cookies, right? You hear the note and you instantly go, and your eyebrows raise, and you can even open your mouth if you want. And you just look like, oh my God, beautiful sound. And now the sound enters your body. And if you're having trouble with the lip trill, great. That means that you have something to work on as soon as you leave class, right? So you're very welcome. But also what you can do is start with your lip trill really, really tight, like where you're just like, right? And then from there, just kind of release tension little by little until you find the perfect amount of tension. So you're going to go, and now I've settled into a good, like juicy lip trill, right? The other thing that you can do is take your fingers and poke your cheeks and kind of jut those lips forward. Right? Get excited. Shelly says that she can only do lip trills when she's wearing lip gloss. You can lick your lips too. Lip trills suck when your lips are all dry and chappy. So definitely like put some moisture on those bad boys, but not that sticky gloss, not the kind that like when you pull your lips away and the lips are like sticking together. We don't want any of that, okay? Because then your lip trills are going to be real nasty. So make sure, hi Flourish, make sure that like you do want some moisture. You guys notice I lick my lips before every lip trill, right? I'm always just like, okay, here we go. Let's do this, right? So let's try that C5. I want you to exhale. Yay, it's a little better already. So it can always like, you could pump that up. We have a question from, way to go, watching while you're at work. They're going to be coming to you for all the answers, Michelle. All right, so we're going to exhale. Everybody exhale. Inhale through your nose and smell the cookie. Was that better? Was that easy for some of you guys? A little bit better? Yeah, no, maybe so. So then what you're going to do, let's do it one more time before we add on. Let's just do it one more time. Ready? Exhale. Inhale, smell the cookie. You see how I'm doing my choir lady arm too? Like my chicken wing? Do that, okay? It helps. It really, really helps. It's not a necessary part of your instrument, but if you got it, use it, right? I use my ukulele sometimes as a drum. I don't need to do that. The strings are just fine. But like, why wouldn't I? It's there, right? Use your arms. They're an auxiliary part of your instrument, okay? So now, once you've got that done and that's feeling better, and I want you to note, I didn't just go and just do it. There was a lot of prep that happened, right? There was exhale, inhale, smell the cookie, get ready, and then do, right? Hi, Matthew. You're gonna do that for every lip trill that you do, right? Because you want to, what you're doing is training muscle memory, okay? And if you can muscle memory it, it's just a feeling. Then when you go back to do it next time, it's a lot easier. It's like walking. It's like learning a chord on an instrument, right? She says, I have the raspberry, but is the sound coming from my head or the lip trills? Great question. Because that's a head note, a high note, you are going to feel vibrations in the top of your head, right? But you're going to feel most of it from your lips. Why? Because we want that sound to come all the way forward and out of our face, okay? You can even envision that the sound is coming from the tip of your nose because it's the most forward place on your body, right? But you are going to feel it in your head. If I do a low one, you're going to feel that in your chest because it's a chest note. Chest notes are low notes. Head notes are high notes. Good question. But they all should come from the lips or the front of your face. You don't want anything coming from back in the neck or in the back of the head, okay? So then once you get that high note, you can go back and you can, all I did was unzip my lip. I didn't go and try to control that note. It was already there. What's up, Christian? Welcome to class. You are going to, I just unzipped my lip. And that's how you're going to work on your high notes, okay? You can do the same thing with low notes. Lip trills are a little bit harder to do on low notes, so you may have to it, meaning that you just make a sound where you go, you still exhale, you still inhale, smell the cookie, but now you're going when you feel it on your lips, and it gets you out of, if you're doing this, you don't get to pucker your face like that, Christian. You got to keep it relaxed, okay? You have no control over these low notes. And you missed that part of class. We were talking about that. When you're the person who's like, I know. It's coming in that you guys were doing the same thing, right? I know. This is totally how it is. Welcome back, Natasha. So when you're doing those low notes, don't like, you get out of my body low note. It's going to be like, you don't know me like that, right? So your job is just to envision that sound coming forward, and then you drop your lips, okay? If you want to work on the mix, okay, I think I'm getting to everything. We did high notes, we did range, we did bringing the sound forward with those lip trills, we did breathing. Let's talk about mixed voice really quickly. So mixed voice is where you're just mixing the high note and the low notes, right? And everyone, we'll have to talk about the letter R. If we have time, Jonathan, I've been pacing myself. I'm going to try to get there, okay? The mix is the thing that you have the hardest time with. Okay, we're on mix now. I've been going in order of request for this stuff. Mixed is when you, it's the talking range. And the talking range of your instrument is the most abused part of your instrument. Why? Because how many of you guys wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, good morning, I need my coffee. Or someone gets on your nerves and you're like, oh my God, that person gets on my nerves. And you're like literally like smushing your sound up against your vocal cords, right? So those part of your vocal folds are just like, why are you doing this to me? And you've trained yourself over your lifetime to talk in your neck, right? This is what I sound like when I talk in my neck, super unenthusiastic. When you hear a public speaker who's talking in the front of their face, I like to call it the customer service voice. You guys know this is my Geico voice for those of you that come to class a lot. And I go, hi, thank you for calling Geico. This is Raina. How can I help you? That's the sound that you want with your mixed range, right? It's not like I'm changing my voice. I'm going like, hi, my name's Raina. Nice to meet you. I'm not doing that. And I'm not going, what's up, guys? My name's Raina. I'm not changing the note range. I'm just bringing it forward so it sounds brighter. So when you're speaking to people, use your customer service voice and then start playing around with sirens, because what happens is you just have to bring that talking range as forward as the rest of your sound. That's all you have to do. So you're going to start low. You're going to take that choir director finger and you're going to go. That's also going to help you with breath control, right? So if you're doing this, check your shoulders at the door, right? We're not using our shoulders. We're not using our chest, right? We're using our belly. So you're going to big belly breath. Takes a lot of control. So now you're working tons of parts of your instruments without introducing extra vowel sounds or consonant blockage, anything like that, right? And if you're getting that click in the middle when you're going, and it just kind of like it's like, oh, what happened to the whole middle? I went from low to high. Take your time. You know when you're turning your radio up in the car and it's like little dash by little dash? It's not like quiet loud unless your knob is broken, and then maybe it does that for you. But it's like, you know, it's little by little, right? It's little by little. So that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be painting every color within the full spectrum of your notes, okay? I'm going to talk really quickly about the letter R, and then I'm going to leave time for questions. So R is a hard consonant. And when you take the vowels class, we talk about vowel shape and consonant blockage, right? So if you're the kind of person that gets lazy with your sound and you're kind of like, unique New York, right? I live in Jersey and everything's like, and it's like very flat like that. Sirens will not help with enunciation. You're definitely going to have to do, I'm going to type this in for you guys. Isn't it always weird to see people typing when their face is like, who's practicing singing while they type? Oh, me. That's me. I got the dead fish face. So what's up? Okay. You're going to say, everybody just lazily say unique New York, unique New York. You know you need unique New York. Go ahead and just say that. Unique New York, unique New York. You know you need unique New York. Can you feel the... Like, can you feel that? It just feels like there's a lid on your box and a balloon's trying to get out and it can't get out. Now what I want you to do is switch over into that customer service voice and think about the sound tipping up around your soft palate. So where the uvula is connected, right? Back there. The sound's coming up around that and out of the tip of your nose. Unique New York. Did you see how I had to do the smell the cookie face, right? Good, good. Get tongue-tied. Work that puppy out. You got to let your tongue get used. If you're like unique New York, right? It ain't going to work for you. We love this exercise. So you're going to say unique New York. And look at my dead fish face. I'm not going unique New York. I'm going unique New York. Can you hear how everything's not getting blocked anymore? Right? It's really just about strengthening the upper part of your instrument. So you have this lower part, the jaw, the chin, the tongue, and then you have this upper part, the soft palate, the uvula, the nose, the eyebrows, right? How do you open up both sides so the top's not flat while the bottom is curved and the bottom's not flat while the top is curved, but it's a nice egg, right? Unique New York, unique New York. You know you need unique New York. And then you get better at it because your tongue gets stronger and looser, which is a weird thing to think, but it gets stronger and looser. So it's like tongue yoga. And then your nose starts to stay open more. Your eyebrows, automatically, you're always excited. You're like, whoa, they're like, Christian, why are you so excited all the time? And you're like, I'm just a singer. It's what I do, right? And it becomes unique New York, unique New York. You know you need unique New York. My face never moves, right? Unique New York, unique New York. You know you need unique New York. Yes? And you love New York. That's what happens when you're tongue-tied. It comes out like that. So you want to be working on not feeling the consonant. not feeling the consonant. It's literally a feeling thing. When you're lazily walking and you're dragging your feet on the ground and you feel your feet dragging and you have to pick your feet up so you're not making that like sloppy dragging my feet sound, that's literally what's going on in here. If you can feel blockage, open it up. Be as professional as you possibly can, okay? Yeah, what's your question, Jonathan?
I just wanted to try Spotlight. Unique New York, unique New York. You know you need unique New York.
Can you guys see, I unfeatured him so there's no feedback, but I'm gonna go back to him. Can you guys see how he was like, unique New York, and everything was like up and down, up and down, up and down. It's hard work to stay up. You have to stay up, okay? Try it again.
Unique New York, unique New York. You know you need unique New York.
That was better, but it was hard, wasn't it? So there was tension. When you're staying up like that, it's like, come on, you can do it. And you look like me when I do pull-ups. And I'm like, right? So now you're working on strength. How do I make it look easy? Because people who work out religiously, they're like, oh, I'm just doing push-ups. I'm just doing pull-ups, right? So now you have to do pull-ups, but make it look easy. Exhale, exhale. Inhale for 8 and open up. And try it again.
Unique New York, unique New York. You know you need unique New York.
The last half of that was better. That's your practice. You just do that. 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, right? It's a way for you to practice singing without even having to sing. And then you start to add that into it becomes awareness for your practice. You're using a lot of hard consonants. And so if you can say that to someone, if you can be like, hey, let's see who I can pick on. Who's in there? Vicky. I haven't talked to Vicky much today. If I go, hey, Vicky, unique New York, unique New York. You know you need unique New York. And she can transcribe exactly what I said. I know that my enunciation is on point. If I go, unique New York, you know you need unique New York, and there's parts that are clear, and she's like, what are you even talking about? I know that I have work to do. Yes? So go say that to somebody. Just be like, hey, Mom, unique New York, you know you need unique New York. And if she's like, confused on why you're telling her that, that's one thing. But if she's confused on what you're saying, you know you have work to do. Yes? We have exactly 0 time left in class. I took up all your time, so you don't get to ask me questions. But I do want to tell you a few things. Please, if you are in class with me today, you're going to get a request to leave a review. So please do that. If you are a premium subscriber, you're going to get my 2-minute blurb. I'm going to leave the workouts that we did in that video so that you'll know how to be like practicing some of this on your own. This is an intro class. Go take the breathing class. Go take the vowels class. If you have an audition coming up, take the audition prep class. There's tons of classes. For those of you that are on Facebook right now and you're watching the live feed and you're like, how do I get involved? TakeLessons.com/live, sign up. Everybody in class today will tell you that like it's thebomb.com, right, guys? But it's the TakeLessonsLive.com, not thebomb.com. I know that's stupid, right? All right. For those of you that come back and see me all the time, thank you guys so much. I'm teaching again tomorrow, so come and see me on Take Lessons. And then I teach again on Sunday, and then I have a few days off. So come and see me before I take my little break, and then come back and see me again. There's other classes that you can take. You know, all the good stuff. For those of you that see me all the time, how do you go to premium? Good question, Natasha. All you have to do is go to your dashboard and just hit upgrade. That's all you gotta do. Easy peasy pudding pie. I promised someone that I would leave my I Take Lessons profile, which I never have like ready to go. So you guys get to stare at me practice. You're welcome for that. Okay, my link is in the profile for those of you that were asking about lessons. Thank you guys for always coming back and seeing me. For those of you that it was your very first class, congratulations, Natasha and Vicky. Welcome to the club. For those of you that are on Facebook, you definitely want to be a part of this club. Warm your hands up, guys. You know what's up. Here we go. For those of you that are like, what's going on? Watch this. We're doing high fives. I'll see you guys all again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.